Hey, what's up, guys? It is March 6th, and we are tuning in live for On Air Live Barbell Strength, which is going to be led by Lauren Hawkins from our Tampa, Florida Lifetime region. For those of you that are going to be tuning in live today, please be sure to comment in the chat with any questions, comments, observations, anything that you want to mention in the chat. Please just make a comment in there, and I'll be right here with you for the entire class. Also, immediately after Lauren's class, we'll have a Q&A session. So if you have any questions, jot those down. Again, comment in the chat. We'll address those with a one-on-one Q&A session immediately after Lauren's class. If you're watching the recorded version, please reach out to Lauren or myself with any questions about today's on-air live barbell strength class. So I'm going to toss it back to Lauren, and thanks so much for joining us today.
All right, so we got our steps set up, 2 risers each side, permanently on the bar, extra cleats nearby. I've not rolled out before I hit the play button, bend your knees, grab your bars with an overhand grip, heels underneath the hips, toes out slightly. Now lift the chest, squeeze the shoulders back, and drop the shoulders from your ears. Get that in the heels. So while you hold that position, because I want you to memorize it, today in class focus, I want us to really hone in on using our honest options, all right? So today I really want you to focus, and that goes both ways. Whether that means leveling up your option or pulling back, I want you to be honest about it. Deadlift, 2, top of the knees. Take it down, 2, and rise for 2. Slide the hips back, chest up. Oh yeah, it's Wednesday, something sore, right? 2, rise for 2. Smooth, you guys. Same tempo. Keep it even. Now the heels are under the hips. Dig the heels in when you rise. Keep tension behind the shoulders. Exhale and lift. Down. All right, guys. Well, first 30 seconds of class is done. Down 3, up 1. 3, 2, 1. Rise up again. Down 3, 2, 1, and rise. Keep the shoulders back. One more time. Heading into single rows, knees and squeeze. Let's go. Down, row, knees and rise. Down, pull. Now you guys need a little bit more volume. Keep going. Down, row. One more. All right, here's where things get fun. Make it a triple row. Down for 3, 2, 1. Rise up, repeat it right here. Take it down, row 3. 2, 1, upright row, 2, and 2. Elbows 1, bars to the chest at the bottom, at the top. Control the bar at the bottom, soft elbows. Good, smooth. Good. Take it up 3, down 1. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, chest up, 2 more. Good. Last one here, hold at the top, flip the bar, single overhead press, down, up. Now brace the belly, chest up. Hold the hips back and eyes forward. 4 more singles, elbows in front of your body. You look good. Now pull the hips back, quick and slow. 3, 2, 1. That's it, you guys. 2 more. The bars will travel behind you on the last one. All right, bars come behind you here. Step 1, squat, 2, 2. Down. All right, hips back, chest up. Down, brace the belly, chin in, 5 long. Down, rise with control. Down, good. 3, 1, how the left feel today? Come in for tomorrow, that's for sure. Down, 3, 2, tuck the chin in, long back. Slide those hips back, raise the belly. All right, guys, keep going, keep going. 4 more. Rise up with control. 3, 2 more, and we're heading into lunges. Right leg goes back first. Single, right here. Down, rise up. 7, catching switches. 6, 5, you got it. Full range of motion if your body's warm enough for it. Shallow it out if you still need more time. Switch side. 8, rise up. Brace the core, lift the chest. Down, rise up. 2. All right, back. 8 singles here. 8, press up. 7, stay with me. 6, 5, chin in. 4, 3, 2 more. I got to stay up and hold it. Step together, get the bars up and over. Travel in front of your body. Underhand grip, deadlift, 2. Down. Into that. Step up. Well done. Single rows. Now with underhand grip, a little bit more power from the biceps. Still pushing the hips back. Chest and tall. Nice. 1 more. Remember those triple rows? Down for 3. Down, row 3. 2. 1. Rise up. You can feel the lift. Down for 3. All right, guys, almost finished here. Bicep curl to the end. Singles now. Up. Tap. Up. Good. 6. 5. I mean, those feels, you guys. Strong pace. 2 more. Up. Well done. Bend your knees. Set your bars down. Give a little shake, a little twist. Setting up for legs round 1. Your heavyweight. So look now. Just make sure you're, yeah. You're good. I know. All right, my friend, heavyweight on the bar. Maybe a little extra for that for the front there. Legs round 1 is all squat. 3 blocks. I'll give you a breather after block 2. As a reminder, you always have the option to set the bar down if you need to, use body weight or a lighter plate in front of the body for a front loaded lighter squat. When those bars are ready, we're going to clean and press them up overhead and rest over the part of our upper back. Good? There, good. All right, you guys, bend your knees, grab your arms. Clean and press them up over your head. Rest them on the part of your upper back. All right, give up. Take them over. Heels just wider in the hips. Toes out slightly. Brace the belly. 2-2 when you hear it. Down, 2, and rise. Again, side is back. Rise for 2. Good. Down. All right. Down, 2. Rise again. Now slow the tempo down 4, up 4. Control. Slow. Hips back. Yeah, head for those heels. Rise up. Welcome to track 2. This is where sweat hits the floor. Rise up. Back to the 2-2. Keep it smooth. Good job. No beginning. No end. Keep rolling. Down. 2. Controlling rise. Pushing those heels in. Every time you lift. Listen for the change. Down 3, up 1. 3, 2, 1. Rise up. 3, 2, 1. Rise up. 2 more. 1 more, y'all. Here we go. Singles. Round 1. 8. Press up. 7. Are you guys waking up yet? Come on. 4 more. Get back. Chest up. Good. 1 more. Bottom half by 2. Down. Halfway. Down, rise up. Now pull the chin in when you're at the bottom. Pull your eyes about 3 feet from your toes. 1 more. This time, bottom side 4. Now. Get low. 3. Come on. 2. Rise up. Down for 4. Oh, we're going straight into block 2. From the top, 2 and 2. Down. I promise you a breather there. I said after block 2, yeah? Good. Down. By now, you know you chose the right way. 3, 1. Smooth. Listen. 3, 2, 1. Rise up. 5 above that. Chest up. 2 more. All right, you ready? Are you ready? Singles round 2. Strong. 8. Press. 7. 5. 6. If you roll forward and you think, come on, you got it. There we go. 4, 3, 2. How we doing, back row? Bottom half table for 2. Up. Rise up. Down. Halfway. Rise up. Good. Down. Woo! One more. Bottom. 5, 4 down. Get low. Come on. 3. I promise you a break. You're gonna earn it. Reset. Do it again. Down for 4. 3, 2. Rise up. Hold it. That sweat hasn't fallen from the elbows yet. It will in block 3. Option. Take it a heel to wider. Take it a little deeper. All right, chest up. Elbows drop. 2, 2. Move now. Down. Heart rate is recovered. And we're ready to roll again. Yeah, we're deeper, y'all. Down. All right, how's the legs feeling? We good, Rhonda? We good? How we feeling, Greg? Yeah! Move! Down. 3 and 1. 3, 2, 1. Power up. I know you hear it, but do you feel it? 3, 2, 1 more time. All right, y'all. Singles now. Jump. 7, come on. You are fighting for the range of motion. Flexion forward. 4. 10 inside, step off. 1 more. Bottom pass for 2. Then you have less than a minute to go. Charge it. Use your arms options if you need it. Body weight if that's where you're at. Check in and then commit. Here we are, 45 seconds outside of 5, 4. Low, come on. 3, 2, rise up. Again. Down low for 4, 3. You ready for the big finish? Single to the end, full raise. 16, come on. 15, right forward. Rest your legs, scream and keep going. Come on, butt back. Chest up. 10, 9, keep going, come on, y'all. How many? 7, how many, Julie? I know you're counting. That's it. 4 more, come on. Right. 3, 2, 1. Step together. Turn towards your step. Get rid of the bars and bend your knees. Settle down. Check it out. Twist. Wait, all right? Give it a shake. We move on to chest track. The bar's already set up, the knees up. Have a seat. Adjust the weight of your bar. Reducing load, but more than warm-up weight. If you are barbell regular, more than warm-up weight, less of that challenging load for legs. If you are new to barbell strength, let's hang closer to that warm-up weight. All right, y'all, you ready? Feet on the floor, hip width apart. When you grab your bars, grab them wide. Feet towards the center of the room as always. Bars will stop above the shoulders at the top. And on the chest, elbows wide. Bounce the bar over your chest. Now, arms up above the shoulders, up to the sky. Brace the belly. Back down. Knees to the sky. 2 and 2. Down and rise. Good. Do it again. Down. 2. Rise up for 2. So the challenge is to keep this bar moving the entire time. Down. 2. Rise. Keep rolling, guys. Down. 2, 3, and 1. 3, 2, 1, and rise. 3, 2, 1, and rise. Feet are hip width apart. Belly raised back down. 3, 2, singles now. Down, press up. Down, press up. Belly raised back down. Down, press up. 7, press up. 6, knuckles towards the sky. Again. Down. Yeah, you guys. Nice. Bottom half. Down low halfway. Down and high. Down halfway. Down and high. Go over the bottom half. Yeah, come on. Brace the belly back down. Brace the block 2. 2 out of 2. Down. 2. Rise for 2. Now why? Why is it so critical that our feet are hip width apart? Glued to the floor. Out the gauge and back down. 3 and 1. Control through the core. Stabilize your base. Getting used to those big cat quickles and strong core low. 3, 2, 1 more time. Here we go. Oh, down. Down. So your face is locked in. Now, your tongue touch the sky. Elbows wide. Your face is on your body. 10, 9, keep going. 8, keep it smooth, no hesitation at the top. Yeah, 4 more. Bottom half, there you go. Halfway, you want to help where you're coming. You got to earn this. Come on. Down, halfway. Down, rise up. Down. Woo. Well done. Down. Hold it. Put it up. Set the bar in a safe place. Take the arms wide. Give it a stretch. Thumb towards the sky. Now I challenge you. Keep the core of the base strong. Keep the leg wide. Finish all the way to the chest. Take it down. Press the bar up above your shoulders, not your face or shoulders. Raise the belly. 2, 2. Down. 5. If you are waiting for the rest of your team at the top, you are going a little too quickly. So control the bar. Control the core. Good. 3 and 1. 3, 2, 1. Press up. 3, 2, 1. Come on, you guys. 3, 2, 1 more time. Yeah, here we go. Singles now. You have 45 seconds. Lock it in. Every rep counts now. Every time. Keep those hips wide. No rest at the top. Down, press up. 8 more singles. 8, come on. Lock it in. Woo! Yeah, you look good today. 4 more. 4. You know what happens, my friends. Bottom half of 2 right here. Down, halfway. Down, 5 up. Down. Yeah, I know you got it. All right, so one more, please. Hold at the top. Put it up. Set the bar down. Give it a shake. Yeah, I know it's good. Yeah. There you go. All right, we're heading into the back track. Decisions need to be made now. For most of you barbell strength regulars, you're going to be able to add a little bit of weight to that challenging chest load. If you're newer to barbell strength, you're probably going to have to hit close to that chest weight. Keeping in mind that we got clean and pressures at this track, and I need you to have an honest amount of weight on your bar to be able to clean and pressures. So we've already done rows, we've done triple rows, and we've done deadlifts. But we haven't done yet today is clean and pressures. Most of yours will be 4 in a row. Bend your knees, drive up, reset, and then go again. And the final time you get presses, I challenge you 8 reps. Now, you can be honest about your option and nail it if you're feeling it, or you need tight and roll your deadlift as an honest option. Cool? Bend your knees, grab your bars. All right, guys, game face on. Shoulders back, heels under the hips. Lock in the core, lift the chest, low deadlift. Slide back. Yeah! Nailed it. Same move, quicker. 2, 2. Down. 2, rise for 2. Now, there's a little bend in your knees in these deadlifts. Keep it constant. Your job is to push the heels in when you rise. Control the bar. Keep the shoulders back. Down 3, up 1 with me. 3, 2, heels in, drive it up, get out. 3. Now this song doesn't 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, bend your knee. Up. 1 more. Up. Single row. Now. Down. Row. Woo. Down. Row. 2 more. Down. Yeah. Stay down. Stay down. Row 3 times. 2, 3. Rise. Yeah. Down. 3, 2. Lock in the core. Pull it to you. Deadlift. Knee back. 2. Down. Welcome to active recovery. Our rowers work things on for 1, 3, 2, 1. Rise up again. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Rise up. 3, 2, 1 more. Are you ready? Lean press round 2. Now. Bend. Got it. Stay moving. Bend. The bar travels straight up, straight down. Control and movement, please. Up. Single rows. Down. Pull. Butt back. Chest tall. Down. Really well. Super fast back of the deadlift. Triple row. Now. Down. No bounce. All power. Rise. 1 more. Down. 3, 2. Hi, y'all. Deadlift. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to give you a break, I promise. We didn't have an earning yet. 15 seconds and the marks will come down. 1 more. Clean and press. Ready? Go! Ah! Come on, let's count it right now. Pin. Drive. Knuckles towards the side. Eyes forward. Yes, better. 1 more. Ah! Single row. Down. Yeah, heels and thighs. 2 more. Down. Yes. 1 more. Stay low. Down for 3. Control it. 2, 1. Rise. Again. Down. 3, 2, 1. Rise. Down. That is a war about a physical strength, about a mental endurance. What kind of space have you not tapped into yet today? Bend your knees, grab it. Come on. Deadlift, 2, 2. Actually, I want you to see authentically. Choose your honest option, your honest pace, the one you can control. Good. Do it again, do it again. All right, guys. Do some rows right here. Good. Now, we are moving into clean press with 2. If that's not you, keep your rows. Everybody freeze at the top. Clean press 8 in a row. Go. Bend. Yes. Good. Options are to go back to rows or deadlift. Otherwise, keep going. 4 more. Ah! Come on. 1 to another 55. 3, 2 more. Yes, come on, Jordan. Come on. 1 more. Yep. Hold it. Bend your knees. Set your bars down the end of your step, just like a chest drag. Rise. Twist. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna get so hot right up. I'm so glad you guys are here today. We're missing some friends, so if you're tired of your current stuff, you can always come up. All right, you guys. Bars under the feet. Tricep track. Let's be somewhere closer to warm-up weight. We're doing extensions above the forehead and tricep presses, yeah? All right, that's all we're doing. When we rise, eventually we will, after 3 rounds of the bar. You need a heavy plate, or maybe a couple of medium or small. We're doing standing overhead tricep press. So have that plate ready for when you rise. When your bar is ready, take your eyes to me real quick, come out. Extensions above the forehead and a tricep press. Both require a close grip. So when you grab it, a number 11 with your arm. Shoulders, elbows, wrists. Now, right above the forehead, keeping the elbows back. Bar travels above the eyebrow. When we hit the press, elbows come to the waist. Knuckles will press to the sky. All right, guys, grab your bars. Dean, hit the bar. All right, 2-2, go ahead. Down, 2, up for 2. Down. All right, guys, strong, straight wrist. Down, 2, press for 2. Now, the secret to your success, basically, every tricep move is to squeeze those elbows a little closer. So we already know the feet stay on the floor. 3, 1. 3, 2, 1, rise. But the elbows have to stay stacked on the shoulders. Raise the belly. 3, 2, 1 more. We're changing directions with the bar. Single press over belly. Elbows to the waist. Let it go. Down, up. Change your grip. Yep. Bars there. And then press up above your shoulder. Good. Bottom half for 2. So down, halfway. Down and up. Down, halfway. Down and up. 1 more. Round 2 to the forehead. 2 and 2. Down, down. Looking around. I see more than a handful of you that are lifting your chin higher than your forehead. Try to relax your neck, your shoulders. Focus all your energy right there on those triceps. Really on to the forehead. 3, 2, 1. Run and squeeze those elbows a little closer. That's nice. Yes. Down 3, 2, 1 more time. Changing directions with the bar. Single press. Singles. Press it up. Elbows. There we go. Strong, straight wrist. Single it out. Now relax the front of your neck. And come on. Woo! Bottom half for 2. Down, halfway. Down and up. And come on. Down. Down. Back to the forehead. 2, 2. Down. 2. Welcome to block 3. Now there's a good chance those bars are feeling twice as heavy as when we started. If they are, congrats, you chose the right way. 3 and 1. Now we got 45 seconds with the bar. So can you hold on with control? Not only with balancing the weight with the bar, but free to motion as well. All right, y'all. Single press, 30 seconds. Knuckles are punching the sky. Back low. 4, 3, 2. Bottom half for 2. Time on your pressure. Come on, y'all. Down. Woo. 2 more. Down. 9. 1 more. All right, guys. Stay up. Get your heart out. Grab that heavy plate. Grab it in the middle. Play your stance. Squeeze the biceps on your ears. Pretty good. Down, 2, up. Couple more. Now, squeeze the biceps in so the music sounds a little muffled. Ready to roll? Single. 8. Pull the hips back. Chest up. Yeah, you got it. Now, eyes forward instead of on the floor in front of you. Much better. Listen up. Bottom half for 2. Down halfway. Down and rise. Down. Eyes forward. When you start looking down, you pull back. Yeah, come on. 30 seconds. Singles right here. 8. Oh! 4, 3. Come on, my friends. Can you have 15 seconds? Bottom half. I know it's a little hard. All right, you did it right. It's supposed to feel like that. We're switching that to the other side of the arms. Look at this bicep. So let's be honest here. That is our class focus, right? Being honest with not only our option, but our weight selection. Now this track is a little bit slower, which means you have more time under pressure. Now, most of you are going to hang tight about tricep weight. If you're like me, a little bit stronger in your triceps than your biceps, you're probably going to have to pull back a little bit of that weight. If you're stronger than your biceps, by all means, throw some more load on that bar, and let's get rolling. I'll give you a second to get circle out here. And then we gotta roll. Alright, guys, there is a legit break in this one. If you don't need to rise up now, you don't have to take it. You can move slowly through a rep or two. Otherwise, we will set those bars down. So we gotta work for it. You have 5 rounds total of singles. Yeah, that's right, right? Controlled effort. Super slow. Now, range of motion, using a little space at the top of our bicep curl, but I want you to touch the side to the bottom there. Now you know. 2, 2. Good. There it is. Smooth effort. Up, 2, and down for 2. Now the heels are under the hips, belly brace. Chest up. 1 more here. Good. All right, 8 singles. Take into the heel. 8. Now are you balancing them around your thighs, or are you barely touching before you go again? Yeah, 4 more. Tons of control effort. No power, yeah? Good. Back to the 2 pounds. Now, this is such a simple track. That one of them is easy. It's really not complicated. You get to focus on the essential, the basic. Strong base, belly brace, chest up. Full range of motion. Now 8 singles right here. 8, tap, 7. So you're approaching that 1 minute mark. How the biceps feeling? Yeah? I'm thinking sure you feel something. All right, guys. If you want to take the right like that, 3, 1, and go here. This changes up our base a little bit. You're still activating the muscles of the core. Good. Now, those of you who feel the bar touch your chest, coming a little high, and the elbows are leaving your weight. Keep them there. Heels back into the hips. 10 singles for me. Come on. Yeah. Now, the ones that count are the ones that barely touch the side. If you don't feel the bar touch, it counts for the book, doesn't it? Here's where it gets a little bit more challenging, a little stickier. Couple more. Good. Now, take your left with that. 2. Don't bending the knees. Yeah. Well done. Now we've done 3 rounds of people so far. We have 5 total. I'll give you a break after the next one. Again. Good. Change it. 3, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now, honest options exist for a reason. If you cannot control the rod, set it down, grab some minor place, and carry on. Keep going. Heels under the hips, singles. You got to hit up on the I can start to see you dance your feet and start to wiggle, right? Lock it in instead. You have all the power and strength you need. All the better doing breathe and keep moving. Yeah. 1 more. Now 2, 2. Move your break the point. Go ahead. 4 more. I don't know you're counting. Come on, 3 reps. The bars will come down. Again. 1 more. Don't keep going. Start slow. Abdominals and low back. Feel the chest bridge. Now, all that effort right here in your biceps. Going up and I'm going to always carry you. I'm not going to let me do one more than I need to. Come on, go. Last one. Hold. Down over. Good job. Set it down. Well done. Whew. How's that? Good luck watching you all here tomorrow. Thumbs down for second. All right. We're gonna hit legs. We're gonna do squat, plunges, lunges, squat. Full basic, simple, super challenging. This is a 6-minute leg track. So my advice is if you're using the bar, use close to your bicep weight. You have the option to use a plate instead. Just a reminder, if you use a plate, I want it parallel to the floor. Right in front of your collarbone and pull the elbows back. Cool? That's your option. And if you're holding a plate, when you hit your lunges, whatever leg is back, that's the hand that's going to hold the plate. Maybe you're one of those folks that's using the plate for a little bit, and you're ready to grow a little bit more with your weight flexibility using that barbell this time. I'll give 15 seconds. Keeping in mind that our stance is going to be narrow for squats today. And this particular time, you have the option to always take them wider if you need it. Cool? All right, my friend. Let's roll. All right, so you're either using a wider barbell, somewhere to the bicep warm up weight, or you're using a plate and option here. Now, heels under the hips, toes forward. Brace the belly, step up, elbows drop, 2 feet right here. Down, 2. Right, for 2. Now, the first 25 seconds will be good, right? Easy breezy. You got lighter weight. Yeah, that's it. Let's go that long. Super slow, 4 at 4. Now, we're going to keep closer together. You're going to go to split in about 48 seconds. More strength coming to the front of your legs. Feeling that halfway to the quads, bring the outside of the side. Don't worry, you're going to get this splits a little stronger in lunges. 3 and 1. Then you're still pushing the heels in right here when you ride. It is usually right about now if you're feeling a part of the leg, yeah? Acknowledging the way you chose, how you brace it. 2, 2. If this is too challenging, you always can make this wider. We can pull out of this and actually go on to the glutes, yeah? You choose. Push this butt back. Down, quick, up, slow. All your knuckles facing the sky as you're holding the bar. All your elbows falling to the floor if you're standing under the leg. Down. 1 more. Here we go. 16 singles down. Down. Already lift. 15. Anybody feeling that? Yeah? If you're holding a plate, take your eyes right in front of the plate. Hit it in. 10. Hit it in. 8 more. Come on. 8. Push up. 7. Woo! Yeah. Come on, y'all. 2 more. Let's go. Right leg back. So you're there. Back heel lift. It's tucked up. 3, 1 with the music. So, 3, 2, 1. Right. Good. Chest up. Now you guys keep going. Those of you that are holding your spot plate, make sure you're controlling it to the side of your body. 2, 2. If you're holding a plate in another bar, you're controlling it. You're bending your elbows. So up with those knees. Drop down. 2, up. Back heel stays lifted. Down quick, up slow. Down, float rise. Chest up and brace. Down. Yeah. Come on. Down. Now let's see what part is coming. You want to go okay? Bottom half for 4. Down. 4. 3. 2. Rise up. Do it again. Down. Woo! Come on. Ready? 16 singles. Drop. There it is. There's the run. And that front heel, kick it into the ground. Come on. 12 more. Push that heel in. Rise up with power. Don't run to the top. 8 more. Keep it 2. 8. 7. Come on. 6. Option. You can go right to a squat with the 4. 3. 2. 1. Rise. Take and switch. Reminder, 2 legs, both of them work, all right? 3, 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Now it is honest to feel. You're coming from different places each leg. However, acknowledge that both legs are controlling the other. 2, 2. Down. You're good. You're good. I can see some of your white knuckles from here, so relax it a little bit. Down. Rise. Hands up. Down. Quick and slow here. Down. Be the last one to reach the top. Squeeze it all out. 2 more. Down. I know. They look at you right now. Bottom half. Down. 2, 3, 2. Rise up. This is what you came here for. This is why you're here. Embrace it. Keep going. Keep on down. Down. Whatever you like. Whatever you like. Gaining strength. Every time you rise. Down. Down. This is what you came here for. This is where you're going to keep being. 8. 7. No one else start. It's on time. Keep going. Now we end with 45 seconds of squats. You can take the down forward. A one, single. Down. Down. Think about being honest, yeah? Take your feet wide on if you need it. Set the bar down if you must. Keep going. Listen. 2, 2. Down. Feel that. Rise. If you're beating me to the top, slow down. Come on, down. 1 more. We finish. Super slow. Stay down. Stay down. 3. Rise. There we go. 1 more second. Down slow. Hold it. Rise. Done. And together. And we're up, over, and down. Next minute. Not allowed to go over that, so 6 minutes to go. All right, y'all. Shoulders, core, how's it going, Frank? Down. It's warmer now, right? It's warmer. You need your bar. Shoulders back, lightweight. Whatever the lightest your bar has been today, my advice is to go back to that. Upright rows, overhead presses. 3 rounds. Lightweight, so we can show the effort. I need to set a place for a lighter row on your bar. Nearby. We'll transition from the bar to lateral raises and quickly turn into a combo. 1 anterior, 1 lateral, 1 front, 1 side. We'll set this place down, and we're going to finish with the push-up to the end. If your tempo is consistent, challenge me. I don't think forward as you want. You're pushing a 2-2 tempo, it's a higher track. All right, y'all ready? Bend your knees, grab your bars over, hand grab. Heels are over hips. Right back to that 5-point stand. Matt's ready to push up, and then our core track will roll right into it. All right, here we go. Heels under the hips. Toe touches the touch. Down. First move is an upright row, elbows wide, no higher than the shoulders. Up, 2, down to the bar, slanting the chest. Yeah, keep going. Now the elbows go higher than the shoulders. Why? They go higher when they're trying to keep the strap a little bit more. I want the top of the shoulder on fire. Go down. Done. Couple more. Up. Now hold this one up. Flip it. Split it, 2-2 overhead. Yeah! That's it. Bars up. No lower than the chin in the bottom. Soft elbows. Wrap your fingertips around those bars. Not looking towards the sky. 3 more. Good. Not bad, right? 1 more. you know. Execution is all that's left. Round 2, you know this. So exactly where you're headed. Elbows wide. Where are the opportunities to enhance, to breathe, become more secure. Hold it. Split it. 2, 2, over. Those of you who are looking at the ceiling with the bars overhead, you're doing a back bend. I need you to keep your eyes on the horizon. Elbows in front. Good, much better. Hold the belly in. Bend your knees, and then hips back. One more. Oh, we've been here before. Reset. Heels in a minute. Upright. 2, 2. One, 3. Good time through. This is the one that we call. This is the one that changes us. Straight to the core. Come on. Last one. Stay the top. Take the leg goes back. Overhead. 2, 2. There is no brakes at the top. There's no brakes at the bottom. One movement. Eyes forward. The only direction I want your eyes right now is forward. So we're going. The only place we're going. 2 more. One more. Careful setting those bars down. Grab your fighter plate. All right, guys, hold the plate right here. Heels up the hip. Use your elbows, head up. Hips in, side raise. Now check it out. Those elbows are in front of the shoulders. One more. Now the right arm's coming forward, left to the side. Now alternate. In. 2. 2. Down. 2. That's it. Yeah, you guys. Control it. Smooth. Oh my goodness. Keep going. How are you feeling, you guys? There's no higher than the shoulders anymore. If you need the option, you can keep the lateral raises and bend the elbows as much as you need. Hips and shoulders stay straight forward. 4 more, just because. Well, finish it. You guys remember we're doing push-ups, right? Raise your back. You guys are going to find the floor. Go out into the shoulders. Come on out. 2, 2. Down. 2. Up. Knees or toes. I need your eyes in between your hands. Come on. Stay with it. Eyes between your hands. You're looking at your knees on your toes. You're stopping your hand on your shoulder. Keep your eyes right here. Down. 2. Up. 2. Down. Come on, you guys. Down. 2. Up. 2. Down. Make it good. Down. 1 more. All right, guys. Flip over. Bring one of those medium-sized plates with you. Hold it like a steering wheel. Right in front of the forehead. Toes down, heels up. It's a basic crunch. That plate is like the field of a baseball cap, yeah? Less than an inch from your forehead. Elbows stay in. Oh, just a basic crunch. This is your whole face. If anything else gets to be too challenging, come back here. And you can always set this plate down and put your fingers behind your head, elbows wide. Now we got 1 more. We're going to take the plate, bring it right into the chest. Now when we lift, come up and twist. So we're going to crunch the plate, twist, center, and down. Now you know we're alternating sides. Can you squeeze your knees together? It is a tiny shift. Yeah, feel the legs in. Yep. 4 more. Press, twist, center, and down. Press, twist. 2 more, you guys. Moving on to the third move. Keep those arms long. It is a triple full crunch at the top. Please feeling. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Shoulder blades are off the mat. 1 more time. Going back to home base. 2, crunch. Up. 2, down. Now let me see you. Now we're going to repeat everything with the step. If you're feeling discomfort in your neck, take the plate down. Take your hands behind the head. Keep those elbows really wide. You can't see us. So we're going to go into that front with a twist. With or without the plate. The twist. If you don't have the plate, your elbows stay wide. So twist. Lift, twist, center, and down. Lift, twist. Yes. Come on, you guys. You feel these, right? 4 more. Press, twist, all your shoulders up. Lift, twist, center, and down. Oh, you look so good. So good. Here comes those triple wall thrusts. Play tight. 3, 2, 1. Option. Hands on the high wall. Keep going. Keep going. 3, 2. Go loud in here, huh? 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Take the back of your head down. That's it. Take the hands to the side of the body, palms up, and lift your legs straight up. Palms up, we're using the triceps 1 minute. When I say go, lower and lift one leg at a time, but halfway. Exhale, try. Go. Down. Exhale. Relax the neck. Yeah, now the fingers are long palms to the side. Lower elbows, bring the forward to the side. Lift it up. If you want the down, lift the chest up. I'm going to lift your feet now. Option and the forward your neck like you can get that back. Good. 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe. Hold. Lower the legs with control. At the same time, take your hands overhead. Take stretch, you guys. Create as much strength as you can. I'm just going to reach it down a little bit. Stay here, stay long. So I want you to keep your body really long here. Literally stretch your toes to one side, fingers together. Acknowledge that space in between your low back and that mat. And when you're ready, the next exhale, allow the arms to come to the side of your body. Take your back leg, hug that here. Straighten across your body. Embrace this twist of spine by exhaling and turn your head in the opposite direction. Allow the shoulders to sink into the floor. Find it looking past the arms, the fingertips that curl. Feel free to guide that leg a little higher, a little deeper into the chest. Twists are like nerves for your spine. Embrace them, use them. Stop it across the opposite knee. Reach through the I'm so glad you guys are here today. You did an amazing job. If you were staying for the hip cycle class next door, there's no reason for you to allow your heart rate to become too low. Go ahead and feel your body. Start heading towards the cycle to give that 30-minute hip class. Otherwise, you can be turning that off in the air and exhale, breathing across your body. Let your hands turn and lower. I'll be here tomorrow morning, 9:15 to add. And then Friday, we'll do barbell strength again, followed by that straight back. Saturday is Pride for a reason. You guys can believe it? Totally here. Spots are filling out. In fact, the 9 o'clock fill up. So, Holly has more advice. So, I'm going to have more spots. If you have not registered speedy, and help you set that up. Silent optimizers are live and still adding more. Opposite across the opposite knee, reach through, pull in. As a reminder, this will be the only classes we offer on Saturday. 8 a.m. power cycle schooling, 9 a.m. edge cycle with me, 10 a.m. with Amy, at 11 you guys are going to see the launch of Edge Sculpt. Amy and I will take care of you at that 11 o'clock hour. 100 knees in. On your next exhale, roll yourself up to your feet by the floor. Walk your hands over the toes. And then lift those hips up high, softly with crown your head towards the floor. Sing as long as you like when you're ready. Exhale once all the way up. Exhale, browse your right foot, grab your left foot. Knees stay close, push it into the hand. I'm so glad you guys are here. Good, rouse in the feet and everybody sit down today. Switch. You look at me, your legs are walking. It's amazing. Happy Wednesday, rockstars. Take a big breath in. Exhale, palms to the side of the body, lift the chest. Nicely done, you guys. I'm proud of you. You did good. Yeah, that was marathon. That was a really great one. In my mind, that's a marathon. All right, you guys, if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. Any comments, questions, concerns? Kelly's teaching head cycle, so I can hang out over here and see if anybody was watching us do our thing. Which I'll be taken care of. Just all set up and ready to go for you guys. Have an amazing, beautiful rest of your day. I hope to see you tomorrow. This conversation ain't coming easily. And darling, I know it's getting late. So what do you say we leave this place? Why?
What's up, guys? Lauren, awesome class. So we're just waiting for Lauren to come back with us. I think she has to undo her, just some of the mic materials that are connected to her, or just the devices that are connected to her. Let me start over. She'll be with us in a second. So I see that we still have Jasmine and Leah. Can you guys hear me, or are you both still with us? I know we've had a few people jump off. Okay, so then just hang tight for a moment. I'm gonna connect with Lauren on her class. So for those of you that are watching the recorded version, stay with us for just another few seconds, and we can connect with Lauren. So just a moment. There she is. Just a sec, guys.
All right, let me see. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How's it going?
You know what? You're very quiet. Let me see. All right, now I can hear you, I think.
Awesome. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, great class. Awesome class.
Ah,
Yeah.
and if it's
So
a little quieter than normal, that's always the way it goes, right?
it happens. So what do you do in those moments where classes, like the members are quiet? Like how do you deal with that?
I just turn the music up. Loud music. You know, they're good no matter what. And honestly, our club, they actually like it sometimes when it's not so crowded. I think last week there was 34 in here, and this studio fills up at 34. And so they start to get antsy. So they're fine. They're always fine, you know.
It's
But
amazing.
it's nice to have the energy as an instructor, but I'm kind of used to it here. You know, just turning up your charm a little bit more and your personality, let that shine a little bit more, and then everybody gets that energy from there.
So you teach a really challenging class. I mean, all of your classes are super challenging. I haven't been at the Tampa Lifetime yet, but I'm just assuming that you've got a reputation for like kicking butt over there. So how do you monitor that during classes to make sure everyone feels successful?
You know, for me, especially with barbell strength, if you can keep the choreography simple, if there's not a lot of combinations, it flows perfectly with the music. If you can keep that piece really simple, you can kind of, I don't want to say trick them, but they'll buy into, you know, the moves that we're doing more authentically. You know, they're not thinking as much. They can totally focus on range of motion, the move they're doing. I mean, all we did was bicep curls. You know what I mean? Like, that's all that's expected of you. And so then they can focus there. And also, you know, I'm all about giving those options today. I use the word honest because sometimes I think we fall in a trap. I use the word honest a lot for a purpose to really imprint that in their mind, not only in here, but other classes, and then moving forward, but using options that are honest. It's Wednesday. Like some of us are shot from Extreme yesterday or Edge 2 days ago or whatever it was that we were doing. So if I'm offering up options where they can be honest about it, put the bar down, grab some lighter plates, shorten your range of motion if you have to, shallow it out a little bit if that's where you're at today. So just letting them know that that's cool, that's honest, and giving the head nod when I see some of those members dropping their bars down and grabbing some lighter plates. You did the right thing. That's exactly what you needed to do. That's kind of how I build that up in our club, and I think that carries everywhere. Just giving them simple choreography, allowing them the honesty to choose which options they're using, and then let them just work out wherever skill level they're at today. Give them permission.
Do you think when you're saying for them to be honest with themselves, do you think that what that moment really is them modifying?
It's modifying, or it's becoming more challenging in the moves that you're doing. So, early on, when I say be honest, that goes both ways. That goes, hey, am I taking it too easy on my legs today? Or am I really have more strength in my upper body and it's really my legs that feel sore? So choose that option. Go heavier in your upper body or whatever option it is, either to enhance or to pull back. And also being honest, I'm huge about range of motion, because when that starts suffering because we put more load on our bar, then the whole thing's a wash. So if I can build that foundation layer and brick by brick, like we got to go back to, range of motion. A couple of those tracks were a little bit newer. And it's like, okay, when we switch up a track, we need to make sure the fundamentals are there before we start playing around with our more challenging load. We all have, backtrack. Sometimes we teeter around. Do I put the extra 2.5 on each side on this one? Do I not? You guys, we're doing 5 rounds of clean and presses, or 4 rounds today. Let's be honest, like where do you need to be at? So I think that just gives them permission to not do what their neighbors are doing and to be truthful to themselves.
Yeah, and to make every class their own.
Yeah.
Totally. So how do you think class went today?
It was good. Energy was a little bit lower today. Pink was in town a couple nights ago, so everybody was at a concert. So still kind of recovering from that. Tampa likes to play hard around here, but it was good. We had got some newbies. I had a couple of folks that came back that haven't been here in a while, and it's cool to see them like jump back into it. And then you've got those folks, that Julie in the front row, who's she's my counter, she's my girl, she's gonna keep me. I had all personalities today, which is super cool. So they're fun. They give me smiles back, which is always cool. They laugh at my jokes and my silly songs in between. So it's all good, as long as they're happy and they're sweating and they're feeling successful, all's good in my world.
So if you were to change something about today's class, what would you change? What would you maybe make harder, less challenging, maybe add another challenge? Maybe it's into queuing.
I always look back and go, you miss some opportunities, or you miss some, you miss some options here. You miss some things. There's always opportunities. There's things I've done in the past that didn't happen today, and there's things that happened that were new today. I think overall it was good class. I think I had one little choreography goof in like a chest track, but like none of that stuff really bothers me, choreography stuff, because I can get right back on, no problem. I wish that a couple of members came in a little bit early that have never been in the class, so we could chat before they were halfway through the warm up when they came in. But otherwise, I feel good about it. I feel like what we did today is very, very good representation of what I always do, which is very simple choreography. I feel really confident in that. I don't get too fancy with combinations and things like that, because I really want to stick to basics. So I feel like this was a really good representation of that. The second leg track's 6 minutes, so it's tough.
Mm-hmm. No, I thought it was great. That's awesome. So we haven't yet posted your template and Spotify playlist, I don't think, on the grid. Did you give that to Jasmine?
He did. Jasmine did.
Oh, so she did.
In there. And then actually, I think, let's see, there's 10 songs, all but probably 3 of them I have edited in Mixmeister. So I have included in that template the Dropbox for each song in case they like some and don't like the others, already edited. So what I've done, and some of the songs are like brand new, like that Bicep track just launched a couple weeks ago. It just isn't long enough. So I'll go in, I loop certain spots, but it's all edited. And one of the things that I know that works is if I say, here's a song, it's all set for you, and here's my choreography, down 2, up 2, times 4, down 3, up 1, times 4, give them that whole package. So I completely can do that for each song, and people can, performers can switch it up or change it, but the songs are already loaded. All they have to do is copy and paste those links that Jasmine posted in that, and they can download the songs straight up. So they're already edited, perfect link. They don't have to sweat it.
Cool. Yes, I apologize. I see the update from Jasmine regarding the template and the playlist. It's all right there. So for those of you that are watching recorded and for those of you that are still on with us live, all of these tools are available to you. So again, all of our musicality, the complete template, it's all right there. And of course, this is all going to be available for you in the bank as well. So, so Lauren, that's all I have for you today. Is there anything else that you want to add about your class?
Just, my advice is just keep it super, super simple. Especially if you're new to barbell strength, the best thing you can do for yourself and your members is to keep your choreography super simple, allowing yourself time and space to express your personality, to coach, to enjoy the moment without being in your head. So, keep it super simple. Let the music tell you where you should go instead of the other way around. Listen to the music. What does it feel like we should be doing? And follow your gut there. It'll be easier to memorize your choreography. It'll flow in class. And nothing will be forced. So allow the music to be your co-pilot here, really allow it to flow, the music. And also have some fun in between those songs. I usually put 90s rapper fun songs on, like have some really cool fun moments in between those tracks just to lighten the load. It's kind of like edge and resets, right? Just kind of decompress. People can look around and basically say, hey, yeah, do you remember this? Have a moment, get excited, and then let's get back to work. So, be playful there. And and just reach out if you've got any comments or questions. And if it's something that the performers really want, I'm going to list every second of choreography as a gift and just use it. Use this class, in your clubs.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I think what you were just saying there is to be completely aware and in the moment during your classes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are so prepared for your classes. So when you walk into class, you know what you're going to do
Mm-hmm.
for the entire workout.
Mm-hmm.
The music, now you can have some fun because you know what you're about to do. So then that's just like the beautiful moment of teaching a class where you're like, you're in it now. And then you give the members that eye contact and you can kind of shut off that internal noise because you're prepared. Now let's have some fun with the music and engage with the members and like crush a workout that you've put together. It's cool.
Yeah. And then the other piece is just, especially with barbell, you don't have to change the music super often. I usually change 2, maybe 3 songs a week, usually 2. So I've got something old, something new, something to build on. So there's still some fresh stuff, but allowing your songs to settle so you can get comfortable with them. And another piece of advice is just pick some songs that are not going to get tiresome, that you can pull back 6 months from now. That aren't going to be dated. Have some of those in your bank, in your back pocket, and then you can just reach back into those. So kind of be aware of that. But yeah, just use the music, have fun, get your game plan so you get to enjoy the moment and live in it.
One last question for you. What's the BPM range of the music that you use in barbell?
It's so different. So it's track by track and it's all laid out, and I can put that in there. I'll put that in there in the grid so they had it song by song. It's tricky because there is quite a bit of range because you think about, it depends on the moves you're doing. So a backtrack, you got to have space. If you're planning on doing clean and presses, you have to have space to do it. So there's a big range and there's a range per song. So I'll list that underneath there just so people can have that. But even taking a step back and go, when you hear a song that you love, what does it tell you to do? Does it feel like biceps? Then try it. Does it work? Does it feel right? Is it rushed? Do you have enough time? Try things out. There are times where I really wanted a song to fit in one segment and it didn't, but it fit beautifully in another one. So again, letting it speak to you. You can use Mixmeister and stuff to slow down and speed up. I usually don't do that unless I'm really, really need to, just a tad. But usually I just find a home for it. So I'll put all the ranges in there, but be mindful of length, body lengths. I'm 5'10", so like I need time to get back up. I need time to hit my range of motion. So I feel like if I have time, then others in the class can too. So practicing it, making sure it feels right before you perform it in front of your members, making sure it actually works with what you want it to do.
Got to practice.
Practice.
Totally. All right, cool. Well, hey, that's all I have for you today. Lauren, thank you so much for leading this live class. The audio was great. The video was great. I really like the angle, so we were able to see and capture what you were doing. Thank you for
my pleasure
today. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Always happy to be with you.
We'll do it again soon.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.